The only time is now. No other time is possible. It's now, it's now, it's now.
What time is it?
It's now.
How about we're gonna bring Don Preston out right now.
Very exciting.
And then
I'll
you
scooch down.
stay here and then we'll talk some more and look at his shoes. But and we'll just do some. Come on in
Here
here.
is Don Preston.
Hey.
All right. Oh, I did it again.
How are you? You wanna
Don,
go
how are you?
Hi,
Good to meet you.
nice to
Tough
meet
act
you.
to follow.
Donna.
Good to see you again, pal.
So did you just get here?
Did I mess this
What?
up?
Did you just get here?
Sort of, yeah.
And then we said, okay, he's here. Come in. So it's like, well, go ahead. You can do the honors here.
Well, some of you out there are really in tune with a group called the Mothers of Invention. And here is the founder mother of invention.
I wouldn't say founder, but at least I was there
At the
pretty
be-
early on.
Oh,
yeah.
pretty early on. You were one of the originals, or
Yeah.
no? You
Yes.
came right after the original?
Well, actually, right after. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
And
I met Zappa in like 1961 or something like that. It was way before he even thought of the Mothers.
so did you and Frank Zappa join at the same time?
No.
No,
you
it
were
was
first.
yours.
Oh, no.
You were after Frank?
No. Actually, he was in my group
Right.
in 1961.
Uh-huh.
And then later on, he formed a group, the Mothers, and I auditioned for the band and didn't get the job because I didn't know anything about rock and roll. And then, so I came back almost a year later. During that year, I got all these jobs in rock bands, and so I learned all, not all there was to know, but quite a lot about rock and roll. And so when I auditioned the second time. He said, "You're in," and then I became one of the Mothers.
You
I
are
became
a
one of the
mother.
mothers. One of the phrases I never thought would
For
come
a
out of my
long
mouth.
time. Yeah, I never thought I'd say, Don, you're a real mother. But I know,
Dare you?
I know you so well, and I know your music so forever, and I had to actually do some research though, and I found out that Ringo Starr was in the group.
Who? Ringo?
Ringo.
Oh no.
That's what it said on the
Wikipedia, one of those?
on the. Where'd you find that?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
No. What it was I've had the good fortune to have played with a lot of great people, but Ringo, Zappa made this movie called 200 Motels.
Right.
And Ringo played Zappa in the movie.
Oh my God, that's the
what it
connection.
was.
Wow.
And while we were making the movie, we used to jam together.
Oh, that's cool.
So I can sort of say that I played with Ringo, even though it wasn't, I wasn't getting paid for it, but we played it a number of times, and it was tons of fun. He's actually a good drummer, not like he doesn't have tremendous technique, but he has great time. And that's probably one of the factors that made the Beatles so,
Yeah, he was
famous.
real reliable.
Yeah.
It was all about the beat. And at least that's why they say they called themselves
Well,
the Beatles.
In us musicians, this is not true very much anymore, but when I was a young man, there were certain drummers or bass players that they could not play an exciting beat. Mm-hmm. They played kind of behind the beat, and it felt like it was slowing down even though it wasn't. And sometimes it was, but so that was what a person we would call, they just had bad time. And then there are other people that had just normal time, like where it didn't go either way.
Uh-huh.
And then there were people that, like Elvin Jones, that had real exciting time,
Who was the best drummer that you ever played with?
Probably Elvin.
Yeah.
I played with him for 2 years, only I played bass, I didn't play keyboards.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
You're versatile.
A phrase comes to my mind. It can't happen here. Was that the Mother's Invention?
Sure. It
What
can't
was that?
happen here.
That's it. That's
It
it.
can't happen here.
It's
I'm telling
happening
you, my
here.
dear, it can't happen
What
here.
album was that on? Weasels Rip My Flesh. Which album?
That was on the very first album, Freak Out.
Freak Out. Okay.
Freak Out.
I used to listen. I had like two Mother's albums, Mother's Invention albums. And the thing for some of you, I don't know, may not know it, but it was such an interesting blend of what the Mothers of Invention did. They were rock, but they would drift off into these incredible jazz riffs and things in the middle, and just some of it to the untrained ear just sounded like, what the heck is that? But it all came together and it would work itself out, and I thought it was really stimulating, interesting music.
Well, not only jazz, but we also digressed into Stravinsky and Holst and Bartok, all kinds of
Really
modern
freeform, yeah.
musicians.
It was really, really freeform stuff that was really interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
That's why, because I was always into theater, and so I was always kind of like, what can keep holding my interest? What is it that's theatrical, that's away from the norm? And so that's why I found Mother's Invention that would keep me occupied and interested.
It's now, the only time is now, no other time is possible.